Goodbye love, you flew right by love.
Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you stopped by, glad you found this video. So today's video is just gonna be, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm just gonna be talking about my pregnancy slash birthing experience and just giving you guys a bit of insight. For the most part, me physically during my pregnancy, I was healthy, I was fine, but it was a difficult pregnancy, not because of my health, but because of like my mental state and just the circumstances that I was in during the time I was pregnant. So I was in a very dark place. I was dealing with depression and, you know, just a bunch of stuff emotionally and spiritually. It was really bad. Honestly, if you want to be 100% honest, it was not your ideal situation, and I just had a very negative outlook on life and just everything throughout my entire pregnancy and after giving birth for a while. So fast forward, it's time for me to push, and it's just not working. He's in distress. It was just like so much stuff going on, and I wasn't able to push him out, you know, naturally. So I had to go for an emergency C-section. And while I'm supposed to be on the way to the operating room, my doctor, well, the anesthesiologist decides that he wants to argue with my doctor for whatever reason. So I'm laying in the bed. I'm like, can somebody just kill me? Like, just let me die right here. Because I was just over it. I didn't want to do it. I was scared. I was frustrated. And it just wasn't a good situation. The way I was looking at it just wasn't good. You know, they get him out or whatever. And they're like, Mommy, do you want to see the baby? I'm like, no, I don't want to see the baby. And I know you're thinking like, you're crazy, you just had a baby, you should want to see your baby. I was not in like I was just messed up. I didn't want to see him at first because I was like shocked, and there's so many emotions that I was feeling at that time. So my mom, she went over, she had him or whatever. I get a room, and they bring him in there. I'm like, oh yeah, he's cute, whatever. So they're like, okay, you can try, you know, to breastfeed. So, you know, I try the breastfeeding, and that doesn't work. So it's just something like, it just wasn't connecting. So I'm like, great. Like, this is perfect, right? At first I can't push him out naturally, and now I can't breastfeed him. It's like I'm like women were literally created to give birth, and, you know, we've been doing this since the beginning of freaking time. Before there were doctors' offices and freaking whatever, like medicine and stuff like that, we were doing this. We were just doing this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't even do that. Like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? And I really thought there was something wrong with me, because I'm like, I can't even do what I was designed to do. So that's another thing that just kind of like drove a wedge, you know, and it kind of hindered like the bonding experience between my son and I. Like, there just wasn't an instant connection, and I'm not proud of that, but it's just what it is. I did deal with postpartum depression for a long time. I asked my freaking mother, asked my sisters, asked everybody. I dealt with that for a long time. I dealt with, like, I'm not fit to be a mom. I don't want to be a mom. I don't want to do this. For a long time, I was just thinking, like, why me? While I was going through my pregnancy and after giving birth, I actually now I realized that during that time I wasn't thinking the way a person that believes in God should think. I wasn't saying the right things, I wasn't thinking the right things, and sure, I kept giving an excuse as to, like, you know, my life is so terrible right now. But okay, so what? Like, now that I think about it, it's so, I could have handled everything way differently than I did. Like, just thinking back, the situation that I was in, I could have ended up dead in that situation. I could have died giving birth. My son could have died, you know, during the birthing process. Like this, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? God allowed it to happen because he knew that I would be able to get through it. And nothing ever happens to you if God doesn't allow it to. You know what I'm saying? Whenever something bad happens, automatically I would start to doubt God. I would just be so negative. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. If you say you believe in God and you trust in God and you have faith in him, if something happens that's, you know, outside of your plans, that may not even be a part of his will for your life, like, okay, cool, fine, you're gonna get through it. Like, nothing ever goes the way you plan it exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes he throws curveballs and you just gotta adjust. So having a kid is a huge adjustment. So especially if it's not planned, especially if their circumstance is less than ideal, you know. That's where God has brought me from. If you really just let go and let God handle everything in your life, no matter if something is going wrong, if everything is going perfectly fine, you just really have to put all of your trust in God, because without him you really can't do anything. You can't get through anything without him. So I'm like, God, why are you letting me go through this? Why is this happening to me? And I didn't realize that I was actually getting through it. I'm not crazy. I'm still in my right mind. I have clothes on my back. My son has clothes on his back. We have a roof over our head. We have food to eat. And it's just like so different. My situation is completely different from where it was 4 years ago. You have to go through something so he can mold you and form you into the person that you were created to be. Because you're not born, you know, picture perfect and ready to do everything that you've been called to do. No. You have to learn some things. And I learned a lot. I learned that I had anger issues. I had unforgiveness in my heart. I had bitterness in my heart. A lady came to my church and she spoke, and part of the message, she said, when you hold on to unforgiveness, it's like you drinking the poison yourself. Forgiveness is for you. So, you know, I was angry for so long, not even seeing the bigger picture, not even seeing the lessons that I needed to learn, not even seeing how beneficial this was actually, because, you know, my prayer life got so much stronger. My relationship with him is way stronger. I learned a lot of good things about myself, you know, and it opened my eyes to so many things. I love to worship. For so long, like, you know, worshiping, it just seemed like a chore to me. But now I just being in like his presence and, you know, just letting him know how great he is and thanking him for how much he's done and how much he's still doing, how much he's going to do, you know. And it's just like he's always looking out for me. And my biggest thing is that he kept my mind throughout this whole thing. It's one of my prayers that I'm always praying, like, God, just keep my mind in perfect peace. Because I think a lot. And sometimes I go off, I stress myself out, and then I go crazy, and then it's not pretty. So that's a prayer that's close to my heart. I went from single mom, depressed, just not in a good space, to, you know, I love my son. Don't get me wrong, he is a toddler, so, and he's very brilliant. And he knows too much for his own good. But I love him so much. He's Dylan. He's just Dylan. But I'm just glad God, you know, saw fit to protect him while I was giving birth, and he still watches over us. He still comes through for us, and I couldn't be more grateful. So that's my testimony, you know. God, you know, he kept me. I don't want all of this that I'm going through to be for nothing, you know. I'm glad I learned some of the lessons that I needed to learn. I'm still not done growing. I'm still not done learning. So I know there are going to be some more things that I have to go through. I can't say that it's going to be easy and that I'm looking forward to it, but, you know, I'm going to get through it. He allowed you to be in the situation. He allowed you to go through, so he's going to take you through it. He's going to see you out. So, yeah, something may happen. Like, oh, man, this hurt. Get up and keep moving, because if you sit there and while do you want to stay in the situation that you're in? No. So take a beat, take a minute, like, okay, this is not what I expected, but God, I trust you anyway. And I'm still learning that, you know, because there's still things that I go through on a day-to-day basis, and I just have to learn how to just say and practice, like, God, I trust you. It looks kind of scary, but, you know, I know you got me, so I'm fine. You will be fine. You will be fine. I just want, if you don't take anything away from this video, take away this. You will be fine. You will get through. God allowed you to go through it, so he's going to bring you through it. He'll bring you out. And yes, that's my story.